We are back with Dr. Stephen Bokshan with Cone Health Ortho Care, talking about how you can prevent injuries as you get up and moving again as the spring season comes to a beginning. So how does age affect our joint health?
Yeah, I think with age, honestly, comes just cycles on a joint. And with additional cycles, honestly, things like overuse comes into play. Things like arthritis that are common with age. Although I think it's a really important point to realize that not every person, as they get older, will develop arthritis. There's a genetic component to it, and honestly, it runs in the family a lot.
Okay, are there different things that we should do in our different life stages to protect our joints?
Yeah, I think so. I think the most important thing by far and away that folks can do are stretching, getting your joints mobile, kind of getting on an exercise bike to kind of gently warm things up. I think in general, low impact is awesome. So, while running longer distances is fine, if you can get on that exercise bike and really just introduce your joints to less force but more motion, we have the expression lotion is motion or motion is lotion when it comes to joints.
Yep, I have heard that before. All right, so if someone pulls a muscle, strains something while they're doing yard work or playing with the kids or, cleaning out the garage, what is the best way to treat it at home?
Yeah, that's a great question. So I think a lot of it depends on have you just strained a muscle, which is very common in the back. You might notice a back spasm or a neck spasm. And in general, heat is amazing for that. So heat at the end of the day, a heating pad, a hot tub, something like that to really get the muscle nice and stretched out and loose, you're going to be really grateful for. Things like a cold plunge in the morning can be super helpful just to get those joints, the inflammation levels kind of down in the body.
Okay, and of course everybody wants to treat it at home, right? They don't want to, go out to the doctor and tell them, oh my goodness, this is what I did, or I can't believe I hurt myself doing this. But when is it time to see a doctor instead of just treating it at home?
Yeah, I mean I think that's the $1 million question. And what I usually tell folks is if something is stopping you from being the person that you want to be, come talk to a doc. We're not mean, we don't bite. Worst case scenario, you're just given some gentle reassurance and you can get back out there and enjoy it. But if something's stopping you from doing that activity, that exercise that you love doing, or if you're thinking about it more days than you're not, I think it's time to see one of us.
So do we just go see our general practitioner first and then go on from there kind of thing?
Yeah, it's a great question. Your practitioner can refer you to an orthopedist, or we do have a same-day walk-in clinic, for example, at the Med Center Greensboro on Drawbridge Parkway, where we take patients on a daily basis, walk in at really any time during the day.
Okay. All right. So while someone is recovering, are there things that we should not do? Things that will slow down our recovery or possibly even hurt ourselves even more?
Yeah, that's a great question. And I see this all the time. I mean, it's particularly my group of patients who kind of got to get stuff done and they can't take any time off. I think pushing past an injury or pushing past a sore muscle, it ends up putting you further back than you want to be. So I would tell you if something is painful, don't feel like you need to push through it. To be honest, it's kind of two steps backwards to take 10 forward. Rest it, ice it, take a little bit of anti inflammatory, and then get back after it.
Okay. All right. So for people with arthritis, past injuries, any modifications that they should consider to just increase their activity but not hurt themselves?
Yeah, I think there's lots of different options for folks with arthritis. I mean, the reality is that adjunctive things like knee sleeves, compression sleeves to help with swelling can be tremendously helpful. Some folks may take an anti-inflammatory before they begin their day, which I think is amazing. I think when in doubt, double the time you need. If you got a big project, it's okay to take a day or two extra to finish the project. I think when it comes to staying active, you don't want to rush it and just go low and slow. There's nothing wrong with going low and slow.
I know we talked about diet and nutrition. What about hydration?
Oh, hy- hydrate or dihydrate is the expression. Honestly, it's just your muscles, your body is predominantly fluid, and specifically as we get to the fall here with sports picking up or summer sports picking up, I can't speak enough about hydration. I mean, North Carolina gets very hot in the summertime and even in the springtime these days. So I think it's very important to just keep yourself hydrated so that we can avoid, preventable illnesses like heat exhaustion.
Okay, we've got like a little bit less than a minute. Any final thoughts? Anything you want people to make sure that they leave with about their joint health?
Yeah, I mean, I would just say at the end of the day, orthopedists and docs, and we're all here to keep people in the game. I mean, the worst thing I see is when a patient will come to me and they'll say, I've cut out X, Y, and Z because to be honest with you, it just hurts, or I feel like it's making the problem worse. And it just, a little piece of me dies inside when I hear that, because our career is dedicated towards keeping you in the game or in the yard or on the pickleball court, whatever you want to do. So when
Gotcha.
in doubt, do not let your musculoskeletal injuries bully you. Just, when in doubt, come get it checked out. We'll get you back in the game.
Sounds good. All right. Thank you so much for your expertise and your time. If you missed any of this, maybe you need to send it to someone who needs to hear this. It's going to be in the To Your Wellbeing section of our website.